Hi and welcome to Deep Dish Vegan. I'm your host Diane. Today we'll be making quiche with mock steak and a chocolate cream pie for dessert. We're going to get started on our dessert because it takes at least 2 hours to chill in the refrigerator. So over here I have some water boiling. And I'm going to place a metal bowl on top. And I'm going to melt 2 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate. And this chocolate will make for our crust. And 2 tablespoons of vegan, earth-balanced butter. While we wait for our chocolate and butter to melt, we're going to get started on our crust, which is going to be an Oreo crust. I have the mini Oreos, but you could use the regular Oreos if that's what you have. The Bisco makes a few cookies that are actually vegan friendly, so that's great. And I really do love Oreos. And I'm just going to take about a handful of these mini Oreos. And I'm going to mash them up until they're very fine crumbs. So I'm going to take another handful of our mini Oreos. I find it easier to take a handful at a time and roll little bit by little bit, just so that I can make sure that each Oreo is crushed to a fine crumb. Okay, so I used the whole bag of mini Oreos, and they're finely crumbled. Everything is crushed and nicely even. We're just going to add our crumbled Oreos to the bowl. Let's add our mixture to our pie plate. You just want to press everything down into the edges. So we've gently pressed our pie crust into our pie plate. We're going to put this in the refrigerator and let it chill for at least 20 minutes until it's set and firm. While our pie crust is in the refrigerator chilling, we're going to get started on our filling for our pie. I have 3 tablespoons of Di Serono amaretto liquor. I have a 1/4 cup of confectioner sugar, 1 package of 12-ounce silken soft tofu, and 8 ounces of semi-sweet baking chocolate. So we're going to melt our chocolate with the same procedure that we did earlier. And this is a very easy dessert. It's no bake, so we're just refrigerating it. And it's fast and easy. So I'm going to take our silken tofu that I've cut into chunks just for easier blending. I'm going to blend this until it's smooth. Okay, and I'm going to add our 1/4 cup of confectioner sugar. Let's pour 3 tablespoons of amaretto liquor. Check on our chocolate. Perfect. I'm just going to whisk it a little bit, and it's nice and smooth. Okay. So I'm just going to turn the fire off. Let's clear this up a little bit. We're going to pour our melted chocolate into our blender. So we're going to pour our chocolate. Look at that, nice and luscious. It's going to be such a decadent dessert when we're all done with this. Okay, so let's put the lid back on, and we're going to puree this until everything is smooth and even. Okay, so we're all done. This is the consistency that you want, a nice, smooth, luscious chocolate cream to your filling for your pie. So we're going to set this aside, and we're going to take out our crust from our refrigerator. We're ready to pour our chocolate mixture into our chilled pie crust. So I'm just going to smooth it out with the back of a spoon. You could also use a spatula if that's what you feel more comfortable using. Let's place this back into the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. Okay, so now we're going to do the top layer of our pie. We have 1 silken tofu. We have 1 package of silken soft tofu that we're going to blend until it's smooth. We have a 1/4 cup of confectioner's sugar. Two teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 4 tablespoons of amaretto liquor. And if you can't consume liquor, then feel free to use almond extract as a substitute. And we're going to puree it until everything's okay, so this is perfect. Everything's nice and smooth, and it smells delicious. I could really smell the vanilla extract and the amaretto. So we're going to pour this into a small bowl. I'm going to chill this for an hour. Our vanilla layer is done. And there you have it, our chocolate cream pie. And 1/4 cup of pastry, organic pastry flour. I have a teaspoon of sea salt, 3 tablespoons of cold water, and 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. We're going to mix this, and this is going to be our crust for our pie. Okay, we're going to add an additional 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil. And you just want to mix this with your hands at this point. And form it into a nice ball. Perfect. That's nice. So let's set this aside on a clean surface. You want to lightly flour your surface. Spread out your flour. And let's clear this up. I've already greased my baking dish for our quiche, and my oven is preheating at 375 degrees. So we're just going to take some flour up our rolling pin, and we're going to roll out our dough. Okay, so I've placed my crust into my baking pan, and I've pressed it in very nicely. And so let's get started on the filling for our quiche. So I have 8 ounces of fresh spinach leaves that I've washed, and I have about 1/4 cup of fresh cilantro, 1 small onion, 4 cloves of garlic, and 7 strips of smart bacon. This is a great vegan alternative to bacon. We're going to finely mince our garlic. We want small bacon bits for our quiche. And we're going to finely chop our fresh cilantro. So let's add all of our chopped ingredients into our skillet. And let's just toss them. We want these to just lightly brown for a few minutes. Let's add our spinach.